Christmas is just around the corner, and I've just received the best present in the world. She's back.
Stop.
Hey, what's up everybody? How you doing? It's me, Robert Anthony, living with Rob.
Joel Anthony.
Joel's back with me after a 6-week sabbatical in Florida to help her mom. So we're coming to you from the middle of the Arizona desert, and really excited. Christmas is just around the corner, and we're into that mode. And we were talking, and we thought that it might be nice to have a video that we put together that'll give you 10 with an added bonus, 1 bonus, 10 gift ideas that are fairly inexpensive that you can maybe glean from our video. If you have somebody that's living the van life, or that is living in an RV full-time or even part-time like what we're doing, any number of these gifts will make their lives safer, easier, more productive. And so we're going to give you a list of 10 gifts that you can get or that you could look at, and we're going to put a link to each of these down in the description below. You can click on that link, and actually, because we're an Amazon affiliate now, if you buy through this video or through the links that we're going to give to you on the description, in the description down there, we'll make a small commission, and that of course will help us out. But more importantly, we know that these gifts would be something that people on the road would appreciate, and so we're going to help you with that. Let's get into the first item on the list. I've never been one on these, but this right here is a Gerber MultiTool. And this is a tool that's a knife, pliers. I actually, my son's in the Marines, and he said there are 2 things as a Marine that you are always required to have on you. A notepad and a pen and a multi-tool. So actually, now that I'm in the habit of carrying this Gerber MultiTool around, it is amazing how often I'm pulling that out and using that to just quick little jobs. I even used it to cut a hole that I needed in the cabinet in the rig the other day, using the little saw that it has. And I won't try to take it apart right now, but it has screwdrivers, knives, saws, fish things, needle nose pliers and everything. Now when I did, these come with a nylon belt loop case. That fell apart after about 6 months. I actually bought a Kydex case for this that it snaps into, that is very similar to a firearm case. This is great. There's going to be a link to both of these in the description below. I do not regret buying this. It's adjustable. You can adjust the tension. It's a wonderful tool, and the case has been extraordinary. Love that thing.
Yeah, you use it a lot.
So this is a hyper tough 65-piece ratchet screwdriver set. It's a mini screwdriver set. Now, I'm not going to be able to provide you a link to this one, but this was given to me as a gift by somebody about 3 years ago, and I've kept it. I never got rid of it, but I never really found much use for it until now. It's amazing how much this little screwdriver ratcheting tool set I've actually used over the last 3 or 4 months that we've been on the road. It has every type of head, star bits, every type of flat head, every type of Phillips head. It even has the square bits that you need that are so common in these RVs. This is a very small kit. Now again, I'm not going to be able to give you a link to this one, but there will be a link to something very similar to this in the description below. This is a great $25, $30 item that will make somebody's life easy. And one of the key components of living in a van or living on the road is you need stuff that's small, that doesn't take up a lot of space, because you're limited on how much room you have to store what it is that you're storing. And so, you know, that would be my encouragement, is look at something like this, a great inexpensive gift that will make somebody's life a lot easier. So the next thing on the list is a lithium battery jumper. You can pick these up for $50 to $100. The more, of course, cranking amps that you can buy for the person that you're using or that you're purchasing it for, the better. It's real simple with something like this. This actually has a flashlight, but they charge up using the USB-C. And this just plugs in to this port over here, right here. And you hook the negative on the negative terminal, the positive on the positive terminal, you turn it on, and you would not believe how easily this thing cranks a dead battery to get them a jump. So if they're not having to carry around jumper cables, they're not having to find somebody else with a vehicle to actually jump their vehicle. They have this if they've left their lights on overnight by accident, or something's run their battery down that they left on by accident. This is a great option. Fits right in the glove box. We keep it charged all the time. It holds a charge for what seems like forever. It's been 6 months since it's been on a charger, and it's still fully charged. So it's a lithium powered product, and it's a battery jumper. This is a great thing to have just as a backup if you run your battery down, to really give your battery a full charge and let it cycle over. I've used it on somebody's car that was stuck in a parking ramp one time. It's amazing. I mean, it was like a brand new battery was in there when it cranked over.
Pretty handy.
Great option. Yep, it's a great option. So next on the list is going to be an air pump. Now, I've always bought the little cheapy air pumps that you can buy for $25, $30 that they plug into the cigarette lighter. This actually is a USB chargeable lithium battery pump. Has a flashlight on it. It'll charge other things with USB out ports. And when it comes, they give you all of the different attachments that you need to charge every kind of valve stem. But it's amazing. It's pre-programmed to run on, it'll charge your vehicle, boat tires, I think small off-road vehicle tires. It's a pre-programmed, but you can adjust the PSI that you need. Again, you can see how small this is. It fits right in the armrest of the console. It does come with, because the battery is limited, now I can actually top off all 8 of my tires, the 4 on the vehicle and the 4 on the camper or the RV, before it needs to be charged up again. I'll use it in battery mode to charge up the trailer, but it does run more efficiently. They send you a very long cord that will plug into your cigarette lighter. It's very long, plugs in right here. You can plug it into your cigarette lighter and run it. It runs quite a bit faster when it's doing that, but it's a great tool to have. You're always wanting to keep your tire pressure right. Yeah. This is quick and easy. It reads the tire pressure. It knows what it's doing. And again, look at how small that is. It's crazy. It's great thing to have. So along those lines is going to be a tire pressure sensor. Now we have it on the trailer. We have all 4 wheels have the tire pressure sensor. I bought this set right here. It's a set of 4. This charges by solar, and this sits in the dash of the truck. And this tells me what each tire pressure is at. If you can see that right now, I turned it on. So this will be inside the unit. This will measure not only the pressure of the tires, it'll measure the temperature of the tires as well, which is good. It's handy. Helps you to know if your bearings are getting too hot or your brakes are getting too hot. It will register through the tires. This is not inexpensive, but it was quite a bit less than what my rig came pre-wired for. I looked at what my rig came pre-wired for. It was about double the price of what I paid for this. This is a little bit of a bugger to get set up. It's a little finicky, but once it's set up, it's a once and done thing. And the great thing about it is this is made for 18-wheelers. You can add as many as 18 sensors across this. I'm actually considering getting 4 more sensors so that I can program in my vehicle tires as well, because the TPMS in mine, the tire pressure monitoring system in my Toyota, it doesn't work anymore because I have hybrid tires, upgraded tires, off-road tires, so the factory spec one doesn't work anymore. This is a great thing. These are great to have. You know what your RV tire pressures are at. If you have a blowout on the trailer, on a dual axle trailer, you're not going to know sometimes if you have a blowout. This will tell you. In fact, that happened with us and we didn't know it. Fortunately, we had stopped and we were able to isolate the problem, but we would have known right away.
Is that a suction?
Yep, this is a suction cup.
Okay.
Suctions on your windshield, and again, it charges with solar. It's always in a perpetual charging state. This is a great thing for safety and for monitoring your tires. We bought for her son a
DeWalt Mechanic Set.
Yeah.
Which the only tools I know about are kitchen tools, pretty much. So he's 19. So he's into manhood now, and we thought it would be great for him to have. I think it's like a couple hundred pieces. It's a
165, I think.
Socket set. So it's actually small and compact, so and not too heavy, where he can actually just keep it in his trunk. So he was really excited about it when he got it.
Yeah, it has your deep well. It's a 6-point socket set, which is much better than the multiple points. So it's only there's 6-point sockets. It has deep well, shallow, SAE, and metric. It has Allen wrenches. It has some screwdriver attachments. It's a great set. I'm going to put a link in the description on that one. Yeah. That would be a great tool set that would cover just about everything that you would need that wouldn't be specialized for both your vehicle and your RV, anything mechanical that's a little heavier duty that you want to run with maybe an impact wrench, or you want to run it with your DeWalt drill driver if you have one. So he's quite excited about that. It was a good option. I think it was a good option. This is a jack. It looks like a jack stand, but this is actually a 3-ton or not 3-ton. Is it 3-ton?
Let's see, it is
6,000 pound. So it's a 6,000 pound floor jack. One of the things that I was really struggling with is wanting to bring my 3-ton floor jack, because I have an SUV floor jack. It lifts it up much higher because our vehicles all sit so high. That took up a ton of room in the back of the truck, and that wasn't going to work for me. So I did some research, and on a Bob Vila post, he recommended this humongous Unijack, and it is actually a jack stand. So this goes up when it's fully extended, if you want to put that down. It's kind of heavy.
It is heavy.
This actually goes up 21 inches, which is an inch higher than my SUV floor jack. So not only do I get an inch higher off of the rig or off of the ground if we have to work on the vehicle or change a tire or whatever, it serves a purpose as far as being a jack or a jack stand. So this locks in place as it goes up, similar to a hoist. As it goes up, this locks in place. Even if the hydraulics in the bottle jack were to fail, it's not going to come down. It's going to be like a jack stand, in which case I could get out the vehicle, emergency jack that you stow in the vehicle to lift it up to get this out from underneath it should that ever fail. But I hate using the factory installed jacks to lift the vehicle to do any work. They're flimsy, they're unstable. This has a 10-inch squared base. It's every bit as strong as the big red jacks that I carry, the big red jack stands that I carry in the truck to actually do the work. But this is how I lift the vehicle. Again, very small footprint, which is crucial when you're living in small spaces. Also uber safe. It is very, very safe. Recommend that highly from a safety standpoint and a functionality standpoint with regard to keeping the loved one from getting crushed underneath the vehicle. So next on the list is going to be the generator that we bought. We bought the Champion dual fuel propane gasoline generator, the 2500 watt model. Now that's not a 30 amp, it's not a 3800 watter, so it's not a full 30 amp, but we didn't buy a generator because we want to run our air conditioning off grid. We did not buy a generator because we wanted to run all of our electronics off grid. We bought a generator to charge up if our solar isn't capable of charging our battery because we're in the Smoky Mountains where it's always cloudy. Right. That's the only reason we have that generator. And occasionally we may want to run our air fryer to cook, so we'll run that off of the generator is what we'll do. We'll plug the generator in. But this is a 2500 watt generator, and I think it runs a consistent 1900 or 2000 watts when it's running. This is enough for us to actually plug in and charge our battery successfully on our Winnebago Flex Series camper. I can run 75 amps to the camper, and it's on propane, so it just runs for an eternity. It's a very small form factor. The reason that I didn't buy a much larger generator is this generator only weighs 38 pounds and it fits in our storage compartment easily. Didn't have to mount it on the back bumper or figure out some kind of a way to makeshift it. It just gets stowed away until we absolutely need it. This is not an expensive generator. When I bought it, it was only $440. They've come up quite a bit in price because they are selling very rapidly. They're a popular generator, but they've added something to it, and I can't remember what it is, but they've made it so that it does something with the exhaust and makes it more efficient or something. So that's why it's gone up a little bit in price. But this is a great gift for somebody that is living in a van or living in an RV. If they don't already have a generator, it can easily go in the back of a truck, back of an SUV. If you've got storage like what we do, it can go in the storage, but a great investment. We have used it a number of times. I do not regret spending that money. It's the peace of mind. It's the peace of mind that we're never actually going to run out of power, and we don't have to carry gasoline. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
I don't like dealing with gasoline. Gasoline smells. You spill a little bit on something, and it just permeates everywhere. So we wanted to stay away from the gasoline. That is a great, great investment.
And it's a bit quieter, right?
It is. It's very quiet. It's not, I've not ever heard the Hondas, but I do know that Honda makes an incredibly quiet generator. It's also 4 times the price. And this to me is very quiet.
Yeah.
It's when it's running, if the exhaust is pointed away from the rig, it's quite quiet.
Yeah.
So next up are going to be what's called recovery boards. I actually talked my mom into buying these. What these are is it's a pair of boards that are knobby, heavy duty plastic, and these are used if you're stuck. If you're stuck in the snow, or you're stuck in the dirt, or you're stuck in the sand, you take these apart, and each one goes underneath the tire, your drive tire. So if you're a front wheel drive vehicle, they're going to go under the front. If you're a rear wheel drive vehicle, you're going to jam them underneath the rear. And these grab onto your tires and provide a solid surface using these, these knobs. They make a real solid surface that helps your tires grab on and gives them a place to grab onto and latch onto to help maneuver your way out. These are an inexpensive item that have saved me a number of times when we've been stuck in the sand or the mud or in the snow for $85, $90. They've been a lifesaver a couple of different times. You may never use it. Somebody may think, well, why did you get that for me? And then the day that they're stuck is the day that they're going to be glad that they have them. That's for sure. So to go along with that, as a pairing to that, this is a Rhino USA. You see how small this packaging is. This just goes up the recovery toolbox up there with the straps and other things that we have. But this is a shovel. My son Jacob in the Marines said, you need to have a recovery shovel. This shovel folds out and screws up against the base of the shovel like that. And now we have a solid shovel. Shovel has a serrated edge if you need to cut like a root or something, but I've actually used this a couple of times when I got our sequoia stuck. I was stuck in the muck in Florida, and I didn't want to get those out necessarily. I took this small shovel out, unfolded it. I dug away the mud because my vehicle had sunk down in. I dug away the mud and was able to dig myself out. I was 20 miles away from civilization in the Florida swamps, and it would have been an expensive tow. Because I had this shovel, this inexpensive shovel that packs away very small, I was able to dig myself out. Great gift. Again, they take up very little space, but in a pinch, that is going to be a godsend for somebody that's stuck out there in the middle of nowhere, especially you single females that are doing this. These are all something you should have. Every one of these items is something that you should have. That's our 10 items. So speaking of females, Joelle is going to talk about our bonus item. Joelle, what's our bonus item?
Okay, it is the Shiwi.
Joelle's famous Shiwi from our most watched video.
Yeah, actually it is our most watched video, which is bizarre. But it is a female urination device, and we can probably put the link below of how you use it. I actually demonstrated it. And this has been a game changer for me. It actually comes with a carrying tote, which for some reason I don't have it. I don't know what happened. But a lot of people make comments like, okay, well, just go pee in the woods. This is kind of a waste. Why have it? Pee in the woods. And I understand that. I have no problem peeing in the woods, but I drink a lot of water, and after a while, pulling down your pants and peeing on concrete or even like rock, gravel, the pee just kind of pops back up and it gets all over my legs, and I can't stand that. And so this actually helps avoid that. I won't demonstrate it for you. You can watch that video, but I actually love this. It's made of silicone. So easy to keep clean. I've had no infections, no problems with it. What I do is I take a sanitizer.
The bees like the color, don't they?
The bees like the color.
Wow.
I cleaned it, so I don't know.
Okay.
Anyways, It's easy to clean, easy to store. Sometimes if we go on a hike, I just fold it in my little pocket here. But again, it does have a carrying case that comes with it. So game changer for me.
Put it away, the bees.
Yes.
So hey, that's our 10+1 items that we would recommend for anybody that's living in an RV or living in a van or travels a lot or spends a lot of time in their car. These are all items that are not only convenient to have, handy to have around, but they will increase significantly their safety while at the same time reducing their stress. So I hope that you found this helpful. We're glad that you're here. We hope that if you've watched this far that you found the content helpful and that you'll consider liking the video, subscribing, and when you subscribe, hit that bell notification. When you hit the bell notification, what that will do is it will let you know the next time that we've released a video. We try to do at least one a week, if not two. And you'll know when the next video comes out. We try to consistently have them come out on Mondays, and then we'll have bonus videos throughout the week. All things RV, all things living out here, advice on life, photography stuff, video stuff. We're just happy to be able to share and be a part of your life. For those of you that are subscribing, we're grateful for you. We're glad that you're here, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. I guess for now, that's about it.
See you in the next one. Bye.
Rob out.